In multi-head attention, we actually have, rather than one focus of attention, we have multiple focuses of attention. If we have our x1 all the way to xt coming in, we're going to create, instead of a single context, multiple context. So we're going to create context sub 1, and let's call it super 1, context sub 1, super k, super 2, all the way to context sub 1, super k. So the theory is, instead of one context, we have multiple contexts. And the idea is we can have different forms of attention. So the first context can be looking at one set of information. A second context can be looking at different information. A third context can be looking at different information, and so on. So this would require us to have different cues and different values. So we would actually have Q1 all the way to Qk. We would have keys 1 through keys k, and we would have value 1 through value k. So this just gives us additional power in order to be able to keep track of different things. So, for example, one context might be trying to keep track of the next word. Second context might be trying to keep track of, let's say, if this was a pronoun, the noun it refers to. Another context might be trying to refer to some other thing. So rather than just trying to blend together and say all we have is a single weighted sum of our values, we can actually have multiple weighted sums of values. And we call it a head just because we're thinking kind of sort of like a multi-headed Turing machine, right? So a Turing machine allows us to read and write on a tape, and the multi-head allows us to have different heads that are attending to different areas of the tape and reading and writing different values. That's kind of the idea. So like a 4-track tape machine, which can deal with 4 different tracks at a time. This is kind of like our multi-headed attention. So all it really means is multiple cues, multiple keys, multiple values, and then as a result, getting multiple contexts. So these contexts would then get concatenated together, and that would be the value that we have that we could then be feeding in to higher levels of the network, is this concatenation of these contexts.